Hi guys, it's me Liz and with 143 Handmade, and I am here today to do some page preps. So what I'm going to do is I am adding this little corner pocket onto a full-size 12 by 12 sheet of paper, scrapbook paper, and what I will do is just later on when I decide how I'm actually going to use this in the journal, I will trim the paper accordingly at the time, you know, because I could have this be a down corner like this, I could have it be like this, you know, I can, you know, this just gives me so many options. So I like to do this on occasion where I will just prep some pages, you know. This one I stapled on. And then I used just a little bit of ribbon because the staple ends were a little bit pokey, and so I went ahead and used, like I said, a little bit of ribbon to make it pretty. And so all I did is these are like 4 by 6 or 4.5 by 6.5 or something roughly like that. And I just fold it on the long side, you know, in half. And then I tuck in the corners to make a pocket. And I don't worry about making these even or anything like that because they're on opposite sides of the paper. You're not going to notice any difference. I mean, you will right now when you fold it up, you know, you can see that those are different. But here in half a second when we pop it on here, you won't even notice. And see, there's a couple different ways to add these on, but I think the easiest, and this is how I'm going to do it, is when my sewing machine is prepped or fully ready to be working again, I will just run a bead, or not a bead, you know, just a bit of sewing right down that edge. But since my sewing machine is still not quite working, I mean, she is, but she's working fine. There's a learning curve, a bigger learning curve than I thought there was going to be. That's all. And so I just ran a little bead of glue down that side, and I flipped it over, and a small bead of glue down the other edge. And here we go. So, but you can always add that sewing later if you wish, you know. And I might do that, especially because that got a little, you know, like funky right there because of the glue. And the sewing would hide that, but I might just add a bit of washi tape. You know, there's so many ways to cover that sort of thing up. But even just folding these without putting them on the page, just if you have little, you know, these little rectangles of paper, they make great double pockets like this, where you just basically start folding a paper airplane. I mean, you could go all the way to the corner. I like leaving it, you know, where there's a little bit of a flat right there. The paper seems to tear a little bit less. But even just pre-folding these, and then you can take these to your sewing machine and run, you know, the sewing right along this edge to hold that flap down. That looks super cute. But even just pre-folding that without tucking it onto the page, you know, that's quite helpful to do in advance. And you can just do that and add it in to whatever page you want in an already existing journal. You know, just because I'm using it as page prep for journals I'll be making, you know, because this is my year of Christmas. And so I'm making a bunch of Christmas journals and Christmas ornaments and just Christmas. And so I have a wonky improv Christmas quilt that I hope to get back to this week. I won't have a video up for this Sunday, I'm sure, but I hope to record it on Sunday, and then it'll be up for the next Sunday. So yeah, got these folded, and now let's decide. Let's see, we've got hats. Yeah, the hats and the presents go together, and I like that neither one of them is directional. Oh, another little way you could add these on is instead of just gluing it, wrapping it around and gluing it, you could fold this little flap over however far you want, and then just nip off to that fold. See, it's going to create a little V right there. And cut off the flap of one side, but not the other. And fold this guy in like so. And then that way you still want to go ahead and put your glue right along this edge, but then you also want to put it on this flap. Okay. I'll pull my page up and tuck it into the corner there. Pull this side up and over so that way that glue goes down, and then wrap this tabby around like so. You know, and how careful you are and how you trim everything will affect how easily that comes together. That's just another way, and then that way all of your glue is on this side, you know, because you lose a little bit of depth of your pocket because of that line of glue, right? But see, on this side, there is no line of glue. Your pocket goes all the way to the edge. So that's just another way to add them on. Let's see. I think my husband might be home. Oh, no, that's just the school bus going by. I don't know why, but my dogs just have a thing about the snow bus. Did I say snow bus? I meant school bus. But yeah, my dogs just have a thing about the school bus. They bark. I know one year there was a little boy who had a deer whistle or something like that. It was a super high-pitched whistle that like the bus driver couldn't hear, but he would hang out his window and blow that whistle, and so I think that that's what really irritated them about that. So, but I think it's just as easy and just as good to just do your bead down both sides without doing the flappy. But, you know, just wanted to throw that out there as an option. And stick it right on like so. And, you know, again, you can prep these beforehand and have them for any number of things. I like using non-directional paper for this. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I made, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We made 5 or 6 pages. So thank you so much, and I will start to get back into the swing of things. I rearranged my setup, and that's why I haven't been. I was trying to record and share the process of the resetup, and it got messy, and I lost some files, and everything else didn't make sense, and it just, yeah. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to jump straight back in and to normal type videos. And we'll start doing, my son and I are starting to do some of the concrete work that's been a long time coming, and so I'll at least be doing shares of that after it gets done. You know, I'm not sure that I will be able to record the process. Like, I did record a little bit this morning when we did the pour, because we actually did a small like 3x4 little concrete slab this morning, and just a little one for a water dish for the horses. And I tried recording, and the cement mixer was just so loud that it was absurd to try and mix with it, or to try and record with it on. So, but I will definitely be sharing the results of those pours. So thank you so much, and you know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate every single minute. I know that I've been really sporadic lately, and I just, you know, life happens, and all I can do is say that, you know, or not even say anything, just all I can do is do better next time, right? Like, do better this week. I'm not going to worry about last week. I'm done stressing about what's already happened, kind of thing. I just want to, you know, give myself that grace. You know, that you would give a friend. And when your friend stumbles and falls, you're just supportive. You don't tell them, oh, well, you shoulda, you know, or whatever. You're just supportive. And I think that we all should be our own best friends a little bit more than we are. We need to be more forgiving to ourselves. So thank you so much. And, you know, I genuinely can't tell y'all how much you guys mean to me. And I have some big news, but it's not time to share it yet. But I do have some really cool stuff coming up. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.